Welcome to This Week in Adventist History. Let's hear about the life of Mary A. Steward, whose skills as a proofreader contributed to the Seventh-day Adventist Church for over half a century. Mary was born August 27, 1858, in the U.S. state of Wisconsin to Thaddeus and Myrta Steward. When Battle Creek College, today Andrews University, opened in 1874, the Stewards moved to Battle Creek so Mary could attend. After she graduated, Steward began work at the Review and Herald Publishing House as one of its proofreaders. She worked there from 1880 to 1892. During that time, she worked on at least one edition of the Seventh-day Adventist Yearbook, which is still published today. From 1892 to 1900, Steward worked as a proofreader for the Battle Creek Sanitarium, providing her editing skills as well as contributing pieces for the monthly magazines Good Health and the Gospel of Health. Steward also had work published in the Home Missionary, the Youth's Instructor, and the Review. At this time, she also served as treasurer of the Michigan Women's Press Association, which was a professional organization for women living in Michigan who worked as writers and journalists. Steward then spent a year teaching at Battle Creek College and then worked as a proofreader for Ellen G. White and the Southern Publishing Association until 1902. She then taught for 2 years at Graysville Academy in Tennessee, and then spent another 2 years working as a proofreader at the Southern Publishing Association. During this time, her father grew ill, and so she spent a year at home with her parents, helping care for her father in his last year of life. Shortly after her father's death in 1907, Steward was once again employed by Ellen G. White as an editor and proofreader, and so she moved to California to take up this role. After Ellen White's death in 1915, Steward moved across the country to Maryland to again work for the Review and Herald Publishing Association as an editor and proofreader. During the 1920s and 1930s, Steward was the head of the proofroom at the Review and Herald. She supervised 8 other proofreaders who handled everything from pamphlets produced by the General Conference departments and offices to monthly and weekly periodicals to books. Not only did the proofreaders check for grammatical errors, but they also fact-checked statements, statistics, and quotations as well as making suggestions for better prose. This expertise led to the publication of Steward's book, A Guide to Correct English, in 1930. The book was the official style book for the Review and Herald Publishing Association for some time afterward. You can see Mary A. Steward hard at work here in a photograph published this week in the January 15, 1920 issue of the Review. She held this important but behind-the-scenes role full-time until 1933 and then part-time until her retirement in 1937. Steward died on January 20th, 1947, at the age of 88. Her story comes from This Week in Adventist History.